Hey everyone, welcome back to Ragtag Stacking. In today's video, I'm going to be talking a little bit about a few reasons why you might not want to be buying silver. Now, this is a series that I started because I see questions frequently asked in my comments, and if I see a question pop up enough, I'll make a video about it. And I believe this is the 7th video in this series now. And I wanted to do a topic on this just because I do see a lot of new people coming into the stacking community, especially from Reddit and the silver squeeze stuff. There are some more people that are coming in and interested in silver, so I thought this would be a pretty good couple of videos to make for answering some questions. And this one I find is important because there are still some reasons why you might not want to be picking up silver at the moment. And the main thing that I'm going to say is, and it's common sense, is that you shouldn't be picking up silver and you shouldn't be stacking if you can't afford it. Now, we all know that this is a hedge against inflation, and I'm also using physical silver as a physical savings account. So we do live in a world where cash is still king. You know what I mean? Fiat currency, obviously, no, it's a flawed system, having the fiat cash and everything like that. But right now, you still need to have some cash for things that you need to take care of in your day-to-day life. Damn, I really like these Britannias. It's my favorite coin, but I really don't like the milk spotting on them, especially around the edge there. Sorry to go off on a little tangent here, but this is one of my favorite coins. The only thing that I can say is I'm glad that a lot of the milk spotting hasn't been on the Britannia side with all the new features. The majority of the milk spotting I've been getting is on the Queen side. But yeah, no, sorry, like I was saying, you still need money in today's world, you know what I mean? You have to pick up groceries, you got to pay bills, you need to have, a little bit of a stack of cash set off to the side for emergency purposes and things like that. So you're not going to want to dump all of your money into silver because there is the premium that you have to account for. And if you're living paycheck to paycheck and you find that you don't have a lot of money left over at the end of the week, don't put it into something where you're going to be in the hole for a fair bit. Now, what I mean by that is when you pick up physical silver, like from an online bullion dealer especially, you're going to be paying the premiums. You'll be paying premiums wherever you go, but the online bullion dealers, they are more expensive. And it's going to depend on what type of silver you're getting. Junk silver, 90% silver, will carry a lower premium than, say, bullion products. But you still have to remember that when you're buying silver, you're going to be in the hole. So let's just say spot price is, I think it was 33 something or other last time I saw it. Canadian, so I will put the conversion up here. So these Krugerrands are 2020s. I think the TD Precious Metals has the 2021 Krugerrands, 42 something or 43 something. So you're looking at a $10 premium on those ones. And again, that's in Canadian. And the Britannias are in the same ballpark. But then you look at the American Silver Eagles. I mean, they're even way more expensive than these coins. So you're gonna have to remember when you're making that purchase, not a lot of that money is pure silver. It's a lot of premium. So when you're selling it, let's just say you pick up 10 ounces and then your car breaks down the next day. And as a living paycheck to paycheck, you can't really afford to go into metals, but you decide to pick up 10 ounces anyways. Well, you're going to have to sell it because you don't have any money to fix your car, and you're going to be going back the next day to unload those coins. You're going to be walking away with a lot lighter of a wallet than you did when you were walking into the store to pick up the silver. You're not going to be getting all that premium back, and you're going to be in the hole. You're going to be losing money on the transaction, and that's very unfortunate. When you're picking up silver, you want to hold it for the long term. I don't necessarily consider this an investment, but I would like over time for spot price to consistently but slowly go up. And obviously, you're going to have inflation to deal with and things like that. So in a couple of decades, if the stack happens to turn a little bit of a profit, obviously I would love for it to be out of the premium red. I would love to be my whole stack to be in the black. I would love that. And any return or like any profit made from it is a bonus. I'm just looking for it to do its job of the hedging against inflation, preserving the wealth, and like I said, as a physical savings account. So that's why I say you definitely have to set a budget. You want to make sure that everything is accounted for, that's important, that's a necessity, and then you can see what you have left over. If you have plans of, oh, I put this amount into a savings account, I put this amount to a retirement account, you can continue doing that, or you can kind of scale back the amount you put in each of those and put it towards silver. And then maybe you can cut down on the amount of fast food you get if you're, construction workers and stuff like that. You're constantly eating out. Maybe make a sandwich at home, make your lunch at home, save that money you used to use on lunch, put it towards your silver budget. Make a silver budget, whatever it is, whether it's like $100 a week, $300 every 2 weeks, whatever it is. Set that budget, and I would say roll with that budget for maybe around 2 months. And then once that 2 months is up, you can readjust, you can reassess. Say, hey, that loan payment that I was making, that whole thing is paid off, so that's another like $110 that you can add a week or something. Or if after those 2 months you find that it was getting pretty dicey, you weren't left with too much money to play with, you might need to scale it back. So that's what I suggest is looking at your finances, making a budget so that you won't be underwater by picking up the amount of silver that you do. And like I said, that's not set in stone. If things change, then you can either go up or down with your budget. But it is very important to stick to that budget because if you're new to stacking, you can find yourself getting in over your head pretty quick. Now, it's good seeing younger people getting into silver, especially even if you're in college, early 20s, things like that. It's good to get your stack going, and you can build it up over decades. But if you're currently in college, or if you're currently renting a room with a couple of people, a couple of guys, and some buddies, that might not be the best environment to keep your precious metals. Even if you have a safe, even if you have it safely hidden and things like that, you can't 100% guarantee who's coming in the door at any time in that house. You know what I mean? You can talk with your friends. If you say you're gonna throw a party, you get a couple of days notice, things like that. But, a buddy could just be coming over with a friend to study, some people coming over to watch a movie. Not going to have a big rager, but you could have 2 or 3 people walking in the house that you have no idea who they are. And I'm not saying you don't trust your friends or you don't trust their friends, but you could say something offhand to somebody, and then they could continue to go offhand and talk to somebody, and it could get to the wrong ears. And college campuses, this, that, and just say one of those parties happens, you can't account for everyone coming in the door. Somebody just strolls in, looks for your safe, and then they're gone. You know what I mean? If you're in that situation and you would like to stack precious metals, I don't let a lot of people know what I'm doing. But you can trust some family members and things like that. And if you want to do that, I would suggest getting it shipped to your parents' place. You know what I mean? Somewhere where you can securely put it. That it will be safe there. And just until you have a more secure situation for yourself. So yeah, obviously it's a very good choice to get into precious metals and things like that, but you want to make sure that where you're storing them and where you're going to be putting it is safe. And you'll notice that once you get into stacking, this stuff definitely adds up. If you start picking up some pieces of gold, like fractional pieces of gold, you'll definitely see how much more dense gold is. You will be taking up a little bit of a footprint with your silver stack. You know what I mean? I store mine in a monster box that I put into a safe, and it's a fairly substantial footprint down there. And you want to make sure that it's in an area that not a lot of foot traffic's going to be. Hopefully none. You're going to make sure that you hide it away, and if you can, bolting it to the ground. That would be perfect. For me, I would love to build a home from scratch, and then when the basement subfloor is being put in, I'd want to have the safe lowered in and have it just encased in the concrete, and then just have brick walls built around it. I want to have it nicely secured, built into that house. You know what I mean? That would be my dream safe scenario. But obviously not everyone can just be building a house from scratch. So you want to make sure you pick a nice, safe, secure location. And being that it's your house and you can regulate who's coming in and out, you can have a security system, you can set up cameras, you can make sure that it's the safest possible place to put your precious metals. But anyways, that's it for me. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know in the comments what you think. If I missed another glaring example of why you shouldn't be picking up silver, let me know. I just thought these examples were definitely something that made a lot of sense to me. and stuff that I follow. You know what I mean? If I come into a situation where I need to cut back on silver, I need that budget that I usually put towards the physical silver. I need it for something else. Unfortunately, those are the breaks. You have to make some sacrifices and do it, and just continue stacking. It's not a race. It's, marathon. The old cliches and things like that. And yeah, as long as you just consistently pick up your silver, and you're not looking to turn a huge profit right away, and you just let sit on it for a couple of years. Hopefully for me, I'm looking at holding on to this stuff for decades. But yes, like I said, that's it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching, and yeah, hope you come back for the next one. Thank you.